Hello students. Today we are covering the pharmacognostic studies of two or three drugs which is categorized in a laxative category. So as you all know that according to the syllabus we have to firstly concluded the brief outline of the terpenoids, tannins, resins, glycosides, alkaloids, etc. So now we need to carry out these syllabus outlines, and actually we are coming into the actual pharmacognosy today because of the scheme of that pharmacognostic studies that we have. So this is the slide which is outlining the biological sources, chemical constituents, therapeutic efficacy of the several pharmacognostic crude drugs. So we have to study it into a slight inner line with the actual scenarios. What the several crude drugs in a single basis, what kind of scenario we have. So shifting the slides, and this is the first crude drug, which is alloy. So synonyms of alloy is not much differed on the basis of their botanical name. So we have regional name of alloy, which is Kawarfata. Is not it is not revered into this location because synonyms are universally adopted. The terms which are universally adopted are then taken into the synonymous or vernacular names category. So this is the biological source which is outlining the alloy, which is a dried juice of extracts or collected through the incisions on the stem basis of the alloy and just get into the act of being in a pale yellow coloration entity. So aloe vera chemically is a pale yellow colored barbaloin chemical constituents entity which has the botanical name is aloe barbadensis, belonging to family Liliaceae. So these are the specificities of the biological sources. Now we are heading towards its visual peak, which is denoting the aloe vera. Look at the spines at the edge of the medial fine. So these are the white spots. They are actually phytoflavonoids, natural inspects. We are looking at it, and thus we are changing the slide. Yes, this is the chemical constituents. There are two chemical constituents we are covering into it is barbaloin and alloy amidine. These are the very specific chemical constituents in which barbaloin is actually responsible for the pale yellow coloration when we are incising the young stems of the aloe vera. The pale yellow color liquid coming out from that incised parts, which is actually denoting the barbaloin chemical constituents. Alloy amidine, in which amidine is responsible for the bitterness of the alloy. So these are the dimeric forms of the barbaloin is a beta barbaloin, etc. So shifting the slides to the next, these are the chemical structures of the barbaloin, alloy and alloy resin. Okay, so these are the uses. Actually we are recommending alloys in burn and skin problems because barbaloin has property to infuse into it and repel the adhesive mechanism of therapy into the overcoming nearest exacerbations. So now we are heading towards the next laxative drugs category, which is a castor seeds. So castor seeds has the singular synonyms, which is a resinous oil. It is mainly asked during most of the diploma examinations. So we are covering this single vernacular name, which is resinous oil. So now biological sources are taken into the consideration. Castor oil or castor seed, castor oil actually obtained by the cold pressions of the castor seeds. So we are getting the castor oil, which is highly viscous in nature due to their resinolic acid and glycerol present in it. It is actually botanically named as resinous communis, belonging to family Euphorbiaceae. These are the visual interfaces of the castor seeds. Chemical constituents. So as I tell you before that this is the mixture of glycerides and resinolic acid. So basically, resinolic acid is actually responsible for the laxative category, and although the viscous nature of this castor oil is also responsible for the resinolic acid entity. So uses, as I thought that laxative category is prepared into the 4 drugs. So laxative is actual use of castor oil. Along with it, most of the vehicle industries using it as a lubricants, oil manufacturing industry, and just to make a surface slightly outlined which is non-frictionable. So these non-frictionating surfaces with the lubrication industries using this castor oil specifically on the basis of most of the fuel cases. So thanks, we are concluding this topic today, and we are heading towards the next drugs tomorrow.